Hey, folks.
Hello, welcome everyone. I hope you enjoyed the reprise of our intro. We thought we worked really hard on the first 15 seconds of the intro, and we thought, folks wanted to see it again, so we went ahead and just played it again for you. But welcome back to Antique of the Week, Season 2. Um, what else do I have to say? I think, yeah, we'll just introduce ourselves as we usually do. I don't always do that, but let's do it. Um, I think we've actually all got a whole bunch of things that at least some of us are doing to promote. Um, so just introduce myself again. I am Ian. My pronouns are he, him. What have I got coming up? Well, next week, I think we got a pretty intense episode of Blood and Long Roads. We'll see if our players can survive that. And other than that, you can find me um, at, let's see, what am I doing? Like the week after that, I'm going to be at Fracture, a Reverie LARP in Boston. I may see some of you there. I'm going to have a lot of fun on that. And of course, later this month, I will also be at the Night Collection. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a costume test for that. But yeah, let's bring it around to someone who's been, been producing this. So,
Hi, everyone. I'm CJ Story. My pronouns are they, them. I play Bryn, whose pronouns are she, her. As far as things, I have a lot of cool secret things you can't know about yet. But as far as the things that you can know about, over where I work at Rowan Rook and Deckard, we are remastering Royal Blood, which is an early Grant Howitt game, and it is a game that is played with tarot cards. We are now creating Royal Blood's own tarot cards, and we will be kickstarting that at the beginning of October. If you need to have your CJ fixed before the beginning of October and have to go find other things that I am shilling, then you can find me at Tabletop Scotland at the beginning of September, where I will be running the booth for Rowan Rick and Deckard. Um, I don't really have a lot of fun non-professional or side hustle things going on at the moment, but as time goes on, I will definitely have things to share. So for now, I'll go ahead and pass it uh, down on our screen to Ty. And thanks for joining us, folks.
Hello. Sorry, I was posting to Facebook. Hi, I'm Ty. You can find me on socials at Hey Tyler Gray, Gray. My pronouns are they, them. Pearls. I'm playing Pearl Sterling and your resident old lady witch. And her pronouns are she, her. Or she really probably doesn't even care, honestly. um, I have not really been doing much, and I don't have fun secret stuff coming up. I have one thing besides this that I'm excited for. It's a little guest spot on an upcoming show, so look out for me there. And I will also be attending Reverie Studios Fracture LARP. It's a summer camp LARP with a very 80s, 90s aesthetic. There will be a cult, I hear. So that's going to be really fun. I have a Instagram for my character that I will be going live during game. So if you want to play along and enjoy fun interaction at a LARP that you're not at, you can follow that Instagram at Arden, ARDENX official. Yeah.
That's
put that in
brilliant.
the chat. Put that in the chat.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, because
I
that
love that.
actually it's such a fantastic idea, and I think it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm playing an influencer, so I had to do something
Is it
fun.
ARDEN?
ARDENX. Let me just double check. It is.
Cool as hell. That may or may not be it.
Yeah, ARDENX official.
Cool. There you go. And
Yeah.
that leaves Megan. What's up?
There we go. Sorry, I was typing and muted myself. Hi, my name is Megan. I'm playing Serena, whose pronouns are she, her, and I am the young girl witch to the old woman witch. That is Pearl. Not to say that we're related, it's just cute. I can be found pretty much anywhere at Starweaver or at Arch Starweaver, depending on where you look. And I'm pretty much just doing this and then something coming soon that I will not give details about until the person who's running it gives details about it. But it should be very exciting, and it's something that I've been looking forward to greatly. So I'm very hyped. And you will be too once you find out what it is and I stop being cryptic.
I think I mentioned that on other streams, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are we talking about the same thing?
Fire dance?
Yes.
So, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm super fucking excited, guys.
Yeah. So we're going to be running, given this month is almost over, we're probably not going to start it this month, but coming up, we're going to be running, I believe Wednesday evenings, we're going to be running a Sabbat Chronicle called Fire Dance. If you're into Sabbat, you'll know what that means. But we've got some players who have never really done Vampire. They decided to do hard mode and do Sabbat. So we'll see how that goes.
It's the best way to jump into Vampire, personally, I think.
It's always best to jump into things hard, you know?
Yeah, you have to. It's easier that way.
Yep, true. Well, and also, I have been, just a mild background for you, very quickly. I have loved Vampire the Masquerade for so long and followed so much content, and I have never played. And I have been streaming with this group who, if you know us, you know everybody here is like a Vampire fucking veteran. Never played, ever. I did guest star one time, no, maybe twice, in a very old, I guess not super old, Vengeance and Valkyrie with you guys, but that was just me talking into a camera instead of playing, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, the important thing I think is that in that little chronicle, we're going to probably see the appearance of some of your old favorite Vampire characters, including maybe some I've done and some that other players here have done, because we're going to try to connect it up to some things. But that's not why we're here tonight.
What's Appalachia got for us?
Yeah, we're here for the true visceral horror of antique shopping.
The true horror of antique shopping is that I don't ever have enough money.
I'm so glad I was muted, because the laugh I made was so unflattering when you said the visceral horror of antique shopping.
I'm not gonna lie, I heard that. I don't know if you muted it on the stream, but I heard it.
Oh yeah, no, so luckily, so you will hear everything I say and do, even when I'm muted, because what's going on at Video Ninja is separate from what is going on in OBS, so welcome to my secret chuckles.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
you guys get behind the scenes, Bryn. Well, CJ. By the way, totally not dressed up as Bryn today. I'm dressed up like a 90s goblin, but this is the cool, there is... If you go to Inkling on Twitter, they're selling this shirt. I'm not paid to sponsor them. It's just a really cool shirt. So
it's a good shirt.
I'm in the US right now, so I don't have any of my stuff, but I'm ready to play. So, Ian, what you got for us?
Okay. What do I have for you? I think I have some stuff written down. There's a monster, and is this a week?
Yeah.
Perfect. We're good to go.
Is the monster that you have of this week though?
Yeah, I should check to see if it's this week's monster. I would hate to bring in an unscheduled monster.
Yeah, seriously.
Boy. Okay. So the one thing I think I need to know really quick is from storyteller perspective is did I introduced a character last week, I guess it's almost been 4 weeks, huh? I introduced a character last time named Reagan Pierce. Did you all like decide to kind of just keep her on at the shop?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we hired her to like watch the shop.
She's an intern now.
Yeah.
So,
We have an intern.
She
so
showed
the
up
the
to
shop
tell
has
us
an
like
intern.
she showed up to tell us like she felt like something was wrong, and she knew that we were fixing like figuring things out. Like maybe we should
Yeah.
go look at it, and we were like, "Watch the shop, teenager," and
Yeah.
She was just
Love
like,
that.
yeah, she was just like, I think a lot of people are gonna die soon. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
and
Oh,
you run the
and,
store. We'll take care of this.
Yep. Yeah, and she said that she had visions as well, and
Yes.
she and I had like pretty much the same vision.
So,
oh.
that
Oh yeah, we
means,
were at a Funko Pop thing,
yeah,
or no, we were at like a con. That's right. Oh,
yeah, you
man.
went to the
FanFest.
con.
Oh, I love
Smoky
that.
Mountain Fan Fest.
we went to
It was-
Comic Con to ruin people's collectible Funko Pops.
Yup.
Oh, that's so good. I'm so sad I missed it.
Well, not to sidetrack too far, but I had fully expected you all to take just the actual ruin the Funko Pop solution, which was just to set the entire stock on fire. But especially with Asima with
No,
you, I
we-
thought like, oh, you're just gonna light the convention on
If-
fire. That would also work.
If I'm not mistaken, we exorcised the Funko Pops.
Yeah, we did.
You
We did,
We
exercise.
like, I think. Oh yeah, that's right. Because that's what I was doing. I was banishing the spirits or the curse. I was breaking the curse.
You were.
That's right.
So
And so Asuma gave me an extra little boost so that I could do it in a bigger.
Bigger way.
That's right. Yep.
You did big magic, and you exorcised
You
the
all-
Funko Pops.
you all worked together, combined your magics, and is magic's the plural of magic? Probably it is tonight.
Yes, it is. Cyrena
so-
definitely confirms that it is Magic's.
Magics. It's like maths, right?
Yep, you can trust her on that.
So, that said, we'll open on a different day. Perhaps Reagan is behind the counter running the shop. Well, not running the shop, but doing what Reagan does,
Manning the
I guess.
shop, I guess.
Tending shop, and we can open however the three of you want
I think this is probably
until the plot bus slams through the window.
exactly. I think when at whatever point you two do show up, this is probably the first time you haven't other than when Bryn's not well. I think this is the first time you'll walk in and Bryn is not the one at the counter. Really weird. So I think really this morning Bryn has a cup of coffee, and probably has made tea or something for Reagan. Has a cup of coffee and is in one of the back rooms trying to organize it. Is what Bryn is doing most of the morning. So safe to assume whenever the two of you show up there, that's what Bryn is doing.
I will say that Pearl comes in after Serena this time, and I think that Pearl has been away for a little bit just to gather her thoughts and just take a break from this weird town and the almost end of the world, and so is coming back fresh, hasn't seen anyone since she left. So if Megan, you want to say what Serena does first, go ahead.
Yeah. So Cyrena will you know what? Because time doesn't fucking matter. Cyrena will continue to, and just blanket statement, Cyrena will always be walking into the store as the bells are ringing at noon. So nobody sees Cyrena in that store before noon. But so she just sort of passes through the door, and looks to Reagan, and just says, So, how are your gifts going? Have you had any more visions?
Um, no, not this week.
And she kind of does do that little and then like walks away. And will listen for the sound of rustling things and perhaps some cursing and mumbling to oneself. Um, and just walk into the room where Bryn is and just kind of like knock on the door to announce her presence and just say, so whoa, that was weird. Ian, can I do my premonition?
Yes.
Beautiful.
And if
I didn't realize.
if Cyrena's like at the doorway, I think like Bryn's sort of probably crouched down by a lower shelf, like there's maybe some shelving in the back, and they sort of like she sort of like turns around and just kind of like sits on the floor and looks like she's gonna like say hi, basically.
Nice. Okay, sweet. So I got a 12. So I'll have the vision, and then I also get +1 forward to prevent it from coming true.
The vision you get is of a hand coming out of what looks to be a hedge. At first, it looks like a youthful hand. But then it becomes kind of like spindly and like almost plant-like and withered. And it grabs a child and pulls them through the hedge.
Spooky.
I would say, with a 12, I will say this hedge looks like it's indoors.
Oh.
Interesting.
Does it look fake?
No, it looks like a real kind of hedge, but it's like indoors.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, and so when Cyrena has that moment where she goes, so, and she has a blank moment, she has that moment of premonition and just blinks. Have you seen any hedges recently?
Hedges?
Any hedges?
I mean, in town. Good morning. Do you want some tea or coffee?
I'll take some of that tea that you gave me the other day, whatever that one was.
Sure. And Bryn will like stand up and then pick her coffee up off the floor. She's like, yeah. I remember which one it was. I'll get it started for you. No on the hedges, and I'm a little worried that you'd ask. And she walks past Cyrena.
Cyrena will just like look at the stuff that Bryn had been moving around and organizing, and kind of like maybe like poke at some stuff, and then follow suit. And just say, so when do you think that Pearl will be back?
At this moment, it's like you're psychic or something. Pearl walks in with like arms full of plastic bags, very large bags, with a very distinct design character on it. and shuffles through the door, like kind of like is like trying to like maneuver all these bags in the door, and it's just like, oh, you guys would never believe what I found. I just found the most darling things at Disney World. I thought all of you would love this stuff. And it was just such a cute little vacation. Like, I hadn't been since the 70s. That's when it opened. Did you know that? And like, starts like maneuvering the bags like up to put on like the front desk, looks up, sees a stranger, and is just like, now who the fuck are you?
Well, to make the moment even slightly more awkward, I will say that Reagan is actually about to approach Cyrena, and it's kind of mid-sentence saying like, I saw this old woman stealing, and just looks at Pearl and like, oh, it's all happening. It's happening here.
All right, hold on, everyone. Reagan, this is Pearl. Pearl is a very dear family friend. Pearl, we've taken on an intern since we keep having to leave the shop. This is Reagan, who has visions. Tea? Coffee?
Reagan. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It's going so well.
Reagan, did you say you just now had a vision?
I am not stealing. I am bringing gifts. And if I had known there was going to be someone else, I might have grabbed something. Well, I hope you like Elsa. And she'll just throw like a shirt at Reagan and then start unpacking the rest of the gifts.
Yeah, I had the vision just now, but it didn't involve Disney World, so I think we're okay. I'm gonna let y'all talk. This town is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. And Bryn's just like, oh, actually, yeah, here, can you do me a favor? I just need, we'll, like, pull, like, a notebook, for, like, a little notebook, probably, from one of her pockets. She's probably wearing, like, a cardigan. She's like, can you count, how many specimens we have in the back, and just write it down for me, please? That's what I was in the middle of.
Specimens of what?
Oh, the like butterflies and moths and stuff. They're all in a bunch of frames, and my uncle just had them in a bin.
Oh, that's so fucking sweet. Yeah, and she'll go and do it. Yeah.
Thanks. And just like hands her the notebook. Welcome back, Pearl.
As a completely bullshit and random thing that I don't know if I have to roll for it or whatever, but Cyrena would 100% be like sort of eyeing Reagan after the sweet comment and would do like a little magic to make sure that she's not getting any ideas about pocketing anything. Anti-theft magic. Cyrena just like notes that and she's like, we're not doing this.
She's just a dried specimen nerd like me.
No, but I hear you, and Cyrena is too, but Cyrena wants to make sure that it stays in the shop. Like this little kid's not getting her hands on this stuff.
Bryn's fully unaware of any of this and has set about to get the hot water on it. I'm making Cyrena tea. Do you want anything, Pearl?
Oh, sure. I'll take some. And, like, it's just sorting, like, has, like, bags for pretty much, like, everyone. Like, you guys, Theo, whenever he comes back, and Asuma. And it's just, like, sorting everything out. And, like, it's just, like, this little thing, like, some t-shirts or whatever. And, like, some little, like, ornaments and, I don't know, whatever cool stuff she saw at Disney World that she thought about. Cyrena gets a lot of Haunted Mansion stuff. I'm trying to see. Pearl probably thinks that Cyrena really likes. Oh my goodness. Trying to think. It's been a little bit since I've been to Disney. Now that I don't live in Florida. Anything like. Huh?
Are you trying to think of a Disney princess? Or...
No, like well, yeah, I guess maybe Merida or something, and like I was trying to think of like found family sort of stuff, like cozy merch that you would find at Disney.
Lilo and Stitch, found family.
Oh, true, and that they are unfortunately getting a live action.
Oh my god.
I have feelings about live action Disney movies.
As you should.
Anyway. This isn't Bash Disney Hour. Present. She distributes, and then we'll take her tea when it is ready and sips on it. It's just all right. So, what weird shit's been going on since I've been gone? Besides the intern.
We went to a Comic-Con. That was pretty weird. And like, without even really paying attention to what she's doing, like Bryn just like a little pot of sugar like floats onto the till God, I never remember counter onto the counter, and then like a little jug of milk. I just like, yeah, that was strange. Oh, and there were some possessed figurines, but the whole experience was actually a little bit weird.
Well, I have heard some things about Comic-Cons, and I don't. But even aside from the possessed figurines, I can imagine it was quite odd.
Oh, yes. So, while you were gone too, and while this happened, they introduced me, Theo and Bryn and Asima introduced me to Baldur's Gate 3, which there's this one character who she's very pretty. It's a very good game. So there's also, but there was somebody there dressed as her. So sometimes you get to see the characters, but in real life.
Pearl will just pat Cyrena's shoulder and just, good for you, darling.
Cyrena's also taking up reading. And Bryn looks like thrilled. There is thinly veiled enthusiasm behind that sentence.
I have.
And what are you reading currently? What was piqued your fancy?
Well, I don't know if I should.
You can tell Pearl about what you're reading, yeah. Absolutely.
Is it erotica?
Yes.
I'm sorry, that is a Thai response. I love that I just guessed it. I was hoping. Anyway.
Yeah, we've all got to start somewhere. I mean,
well, I have some great
with reading, with the power of reading.
I have some. You I don't know what this Baldur's Gate is, but if you like fantasy-esque or perhaps sci-fi, I know I have some first editions of some Spock and Kirk fan fiction erotica from the 70s. If you'd like to take a look at any of that, and that is in my attic, but I have kept it in mint condition. I believe that will sell for quite some bit, but I'm not going to sell it.
Wow.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't really understand a good portion of what you just said.
I don't expect you to.
But that's fantastic.
You know what?
Again,
like, forget the old woman, forget the hedge. Let's just pursue this.
I
Don't
feel
worry
like-
about it.
I feel like
I feel
Reagan
like-
is like in the next room going,
What the fuck?
Don't worry about
I think
the missing children. It's not a big deal.
It's not a problem.
I think that
They'll probably turn up somewhere.
in Cyrena and Pearl's spare time, they start a podcast where they talk about like one topic, but it is like they are speaking two different languages where they talk about it because it's like it's just like two different, totally different perspectives, and they don't see eye to eye on anything.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, like children get kidnapped by monstrous creatures all the time, but like,
They'll be fine.
when are we gonna find this fan
mint
fiction?
condition.
Michigan.
I would like to shout out Julia because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she does have some copies. Like I don't think they're mint condition, but she has some copies of some 70s like zines of Spock and Kirk fan fiction.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Fun fact, my great aunt was also around for those times and was a huge Star Trek fan, and has some mint condition ones because she is also a huge comic book nerd. She also has the ElfQuest ones, if anybody knows ElfQuest.
Incredible.
That is a title I have not heard in a long time. I think so. Yeah, Bryn's just watching this with a measure of amusement for the most part, and after a moment we'll go, well, today it's just us anyway. Obviously, so Fran and Osama are out, and Theo's left for the tour. So
What tour?
just the three of us, the book tour. You know, new book. While we were all on rest, he spent like the whole time writing.
Oh, that does not surprise me not one bit. He has many books under his name already. He's so young. I believe this one's probably just as wonderful.
Sure it is.
So did Asama and Fran go and elope yet, or were they gonna wait for me to return? Because I will be absolutely offended if they.
No marriage that I can see, but they seem to be happy, right, Cyrena?
Well, happy about that. You good, Sari?
Yep, I'm perfectly fine. I'm just listening to the voices in my head. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So
I think at that moment,
Oh.
that is when the door to the shop will open, and a sort of a sheepish-looking man will come through the door, kind of looking around the shop, looking pretty confused, like he's never been in this shop before.
I think Bryn will give him a minute, because it's probably not the sort to chase a customer around, but when he looks very obviously confused, they'll kind of shuffle over and be like, hi. Hi. Is there anything we can help you with?
I kind of hope so, but you really have to promise me that you're not going to call me crazy.
You'd be surprised how often we get that these days. No, of course not. Do you want a cup of tea?
No,
Okay.
no, I think I'm good.
Don't mind if I drink my coffee. Great.
No.
So what's going on? Here, come over to the till, and we'll just kind of like settle. We really should get a desk in here, and maybe some comfortable chairs.
Do,
Is there an ad out? Did you see some sort of advertisement?
no, I don't know what you're talking. Were you expecting me? What?
Well,
Listen.
no,
This
nevertheless,
is
it's
okay. He turns to you, Bryn. Like, are you the owner here?
Yes, that's me. No, we weren't expecting you. It's an antique store, so people often come here looking for unusual things.
Okay. Like I told you that you absolutely
Won't call you
the
crazy.
next words out of my mouth are going to sound completely insane, and you have to promise not to call me crazy. But my daughter is missing.
That's not crazy, that's concerning.
Is there
What?
more?
Why? I am sure the part that you're worried about us thinking is crazy is why you came to an antique shop instead of the police or someone else.
Right, right. And this is the crazy part. So I'm a perfectly sane human being. Of course, I went to the police immediately, and I'm not weird, but after the 48 hours or so, the police are just telling me that I don't know that the outlook doesn't look good, and it's not very promising. But I'm making this connection in my head that's really odd, and maybe I can walk you through it.
Sure. You
So
sure you don't want to sit down?
no.
Okay.
So
I think I might. And Bryn will just sit down behind the counter.
so
Okay.
I my wife bought something here um, a couple of months ago.
Okay.
Um, it was a stupid little thing. It was like a stupid garden gnome. You know what those are? I'm sure you
Yeah.
do. Right. And this garden gnome, I don't know, it was kind of cute. I didn't care. My wife likes to have crap in the yard like that, but I could swear that sometimes my daughter would go out and talk to it.
Oh, okay.
And so the night my daughter went missing, the gnome was gone too.
So at the bare minimum, she's taken the gnome with her, but you're suspecting it's some something else.
I don't know. I don't deal with a lot of garden gnomes. Do you? I don't know. Maybe this is all stupid. Maybe you have some way of finding, if you find the gnome, you could find my daughter, or I don't know. Like, or why was she talking to the gnome?
How
Well,
old is your daughter?
She is 12.
I mean, sometimes kids make friends with garden gnomes, but I'll tell you, I don't think any one of us thinks you're crazy. And, I'm not entirely sure what we can do, but I think it's worth a try, right? I'm sure we can do something. You're muted, Ian.
Ah,
Thank you.
I'm kind of at my wit's end here. I'm in an antique shop asking about a garden gnome.
Sometimes,
Well,
well,
hey,
sometimes it's right to follow your hunch. And then Bryn will look to Cyrena to see what she was about to say.
have you been to any places that happen to have, well, yeah. Have you been to any places that happen to have hedges inside?
I mean, we've got a hedge at my house, but like it's not inside. Is
She
that
just
is that
nods.
is that weird or?
No.
Cyrena, do you think we should go look at these hedges, maybe? Bryn is kind of like, doesn't really know the full extent, but knows that Cyrena asked about hedges like literally 5 minutes ago, and is just looking at Cyrena like,
Well, it's just that maybe your daughter is in a hedge.
Are you
So-
are you saying that you don't think I checked the bushes for my daughter?
I'm not saying
I don't think you should put
That's-
words in her mouth.
definitely not what I was saying. What I'm saying is, I think that maybe some sort of weird thing that looks like. I think something reached out and took your daughter, and maybe it likes to hide in hedges. I don't know.
Okay. I don't really know about all of that. But I
Well,
think
you don't really know a lot about anything. If you have come to us about your missing daughter, I'm not trying to be rude. You very much had an inkling that the police are not going to help you. That maybe you should go to where you got this garden gnome, and you have come here. So if you want our help, you can't question our help. If it sounds weird,
I'm not questioning your help. I don't understand what's going on here.
oh, trust me,
And
we don't need.
I feel weird being in a shop asking about a garden gnome.
so, and
It
Bryn
just
will
feels
kinda,
like maybe it's the right thing to do.
Bryn kind of holds up her hands a little bit, kind of like, that's all you need. I know it's weird that you came here. Maybe you feel like we're your last resort, and I get it. But what we haven't been totally forthright about here is that we are all a little bit used to dealing with weird. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see if we can find your daughter, okay?
Well, I mean, I think that's all we can do. I'll give you my number if you find anything. I'll keep
Can we
checking the
get
house and bothering
um,
the police. And
your daughter's name, a picture of her maybe?
Could we maybe actually see your house?
Well,
yeah,
I was
I've
gonna
got
say
no problem with
if
that.
we could go, maybe I could sense something.
She's got a real good sense for things. Sometimes it is a little off, but after some things that just happened, I think that we've all got a little bit more sense of ourselves here.
Yeah, I have no issue with that. Absolutely.
Perfect.
AKA, we leveled up.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
y'all are like, look, was it a Yeti? Was it a Funko Pop? Okay.
I will
Goes to
say
the list.
something new.
Bryn goes, okay, give me just a minute. We'll come with you. And Bryn downs the rest of her coffee and like sprints to the back room to Reagan. And like, we don't have to roleplay this out, but basically Bryn's like, Reagan, I need you to watch the store,
the usual.
Yep.
When Bryn is gone, Pearl will turn to Cyrena and say, well, she's got a little bit more pep in her step. It's nice to see her finally feeling well.
Yeah, she was not. I think she's more Bryn now than she was before.
I am glad to hear it.
And I think she's glad you're back too. I can tell.
glad to be back. I would have taken you guys with me, but I just needed a little me time, and I got a suite with a hot tub, and it was just divine.
Hmm. That sounds really nice.
She has since also given you guys your little goodie bags and like put like Fran Osimus and Theos aside.
Yeah, Cyrena has on her little like velvety satchel thing that she has put her little ghost Mickey Mouse pin on it. Which is a pin that I actually have. I used to collect pins when I went to Disney, and I still have all of them. And I specifically got as many like goth-looking ones as possible. And that was before I even knew that I was goth, or like that was before my aesthetic changed. So I always in my heart. Anyway.
Bryn will come back in like a minute. She literally just goes back to be like, hey Reagan, we have to pop out for a second. Probably a little more than a second, but you know the drill. If you need anything, just call me.
Right. Like if like a demon shows up, though.
Definitely call
Why
me.
would you
Yes.
say that?
He's not
Okay.
in this room. Definitely call me. No, and also there's salt behind the counter. Rarely do two things happen at once. I'm just going to put faith in the fact that that's going to stay the same. Good luck, and be safe. And feel free to lock the door if you don't feel comfortable. No sale is worth. You are here alone, okay? And you're a teenager, and be safe and responsible. And I'm gonna go now, and kind of turns
I'm
around.
gonna. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I just was saying, Bryn turns around to like head back into the main room.
After Bryn said that, Cyrena just sort of does one of the no, don't say that, don't jinx us, and then she'll go to the doors and windows and like do quick like sort of wards more or less against Bryn said like demons. So Cyrena's like, okay, so now we have to go through the entire fucking place and ward every entrance.
Reagan said it
against
first. You
demons
can't blame
because
me.
you said that.
It was
Yes,
Reagan.
Oh, Reagan
Yeah.
said that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Bryn
Sorry,
was
yeah,
just like,
Reagan. It's like, this is why. Yeah, sorry, not at you then, Bryn.
And
She
Levi- and Le-
doesn't go in that hard, but Cyrena goes, why would you say something like that? Now I have to go through the entire shop, and I have to ward each and every window.
Bryn is like putting empty mugs away, and like over her shoulder goes, why weren't they warded before?
Well, before I just warded that one door because there was that one door that I was worried dolls might come out of.
I absolutely love that this poor man who has lost his daughter is just bearing witness to this entire interaction.
what's this about demons?
But so Cyrena is now just like going around the shop and just sort of like doing quick motions around each of them, and has like brought out some like pocket sage and shit, and just like is like
the things I'm picturing. Just that, and then like like if someone else comes in and like, I am Leviathan, one of the princes of hell. Well, there's a line, but
There's a fucking line.
like calm down, bud. Next week, okay? There's already a monster of the week. Thanks.
Bryn,
Our
Beelzebub is
secretary
here.
Reagan will actually fill you up.
Yeah.
Fill you in.
Fill you up.
That is a teenager.
No, she's a teenager.
We'll let you know if we have any openings for Princes of Hell. Thank you.
That might be slated more towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
But with them already, I told Lucifer to fuck off, so I think we're good.
So
Hell is so last season, you know?
Get with the times.
So yeah, this guy will give you his address, and he'll say, "Well, my daughter's name is Jennifer, but I can get you a picture of her in the house. If that helps."
Her your daughter's name is what?
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Okay, we'll come with you. We'll follow you. Did you drive here or walk here?
I drove. I'm up from one of the suburbs.
Okay, we'll follow. We'll get in the car. We'll follow you. We'll see you there. And Bryn's
All
gonna
right.
hop in the driver's seat and that like jalopy or whatever it is that Bryn has.
Sorry.
She has money. Somebody just needs to
Yeah,
tell her she
I
needs
know.
a better car.
It's like you all are eccentric. You can have any car. Like, it's better to have a weird car. So, no, I just pictured you all get into like a windowless van of some sort, and how terrible that was.
Get
Like-
in.
Yeah.
Get in, losers. We're going hunting.
I was gonna say bush diving, not great.
No, I mean, bush diving is great.
No, it's better.
But not a great
Um,
thing to do. Well, you know what? I was gonna say not a great thing to do for fun with your friends, but I'm not gonna judge anyone. Let's just go find a missing kid. This is CJ, by
No,
the way,
never
not
mind.
Braid.
I swear we'll get to the missing children.
We're
getting to
driving
it.
toward
I
the
don't give
missing
a
children right now. Vroom
Let's
vroom,
do it.
here we come, kiddos. Nope, that's creepy too.
We need to stop. We're gonna be put on lists.
Yeah. Yeah, we were gonna get the 3 strikes in like one stream. So you follow this guy up into the suburbs.
Sorry, I'm fine. Please go ahead.
I know. You follow this guy up into the suburbs, and yeah, you're kind of just it's a nice suburb. It's one of these fairly newly built Brindlewood suburbs. Absolutely horrid. And you pull up in front of one of these like 4-bedroom, two bed or bed. I'm just adding bedrooms.
6-bedroom, 11
Six
bath.
4 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 6 more bedrooms.
They keep popping up.
The whole second is full.
Forgive us, everyone. It's been a bit.
Oh, I hope everyone
you
enjoys
broke-
watching this as much as we're enjoying making it. I had so much caffeine today.
We broke the keeper because he just
Should we go to break?
Maybe.
yeah.
All right. Ooh, thanks
It's
everyone
been an
for
hour. Go
joining
to
us. We'll see you shortly. We're gonna do our like little
We're gonna
5 minute
save this fucking
like,
kid. We'll
just
save the
take
kid.
some really deep fucking breaths and then we'll tell a story maybe when we get back. Oh, all right. Go to break. See you all soon.
really.
We just walk right back into it. Yeah, welcome back. And so when we left off, sans my just losing it about a house of unfolding bedrooms, we were going up to this suburb in Brindlewood, and you get up to this guy's house, and it's like I said, it's a pretty standard upper middle class ranch house. It is surrounded by a hedge, but a very typical looking hedge. And you get out of the car in front of this place, and he says, "Yeah, this is my place."
Where was the gnome?
Oh, the gnome was up by. It was sort of up in the garden up here, like the sort of the lands. It was part of the landscaping. Here, you I guess, come on up, and
Take me to it.
he walks you up there, and you get to one of these little, like, kind of like cheesy ass landscaping gardens. There's like one of those geese that you dress up for all the holidays, and like different lawn ornaments and things like that, just kind of all collected in a spot. And there's definitely a spot there where it looks like there was something. What is interesting, the platform is still there.
Ian, I would like to scry.
Okay. And you would like to scry for what exactly?
I'm gonna look for the girl.
Okay.
So she will take out her little compact, do a little hand wave on it as she looks into both sides. Sorry, it's been a while. What do I roll again? It's a
2d6.
2d6.
2d6 plus your weird.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever
weird-
other bonuses you might get depending
Yeah,
on
I don't know if you have any. Every ability is a little bit different, so I don't have them all memorized. So if there's anything that applies here.
I got a 9.
Okay.
That is on a 7 to 9. You know about where the target is, but reaching it will be tricky.
That's perfect. So what you're able to see is your vision kind of goes into what looks to be some plants, like a hedge, and then into like these almost like when your vision crosses through this hedge, it goes into like these almost like thorns, like a briar patch. And definitely in there, kind of like tied up in vines and such, you see what looks to be this kid. And several others.
Awesome. Does the opening of the hedge look like anywhere around this house?
It does not. It looks to be some sort of... Almost, when you were going into it, it almost looks like like it's inside. Like it's a garden hedge inside of something, like inside of a building. Like you can see around the building, like you can tell it's inside because kind of when you're looking up and you're scrying, you can see these this greenhouse like structure.
Like a what's it called? Like an arboretum? I don't know how to say that.
Arboretum.
I would tell you,
Arboretum.
but I can never say the word either.
Arboretum.
So I will just say like a botanical garden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So she'll be like walking around with the compact, like looking into it and like like kind of holding it up and like inspecting the hedges, and then just and like we'll close it and put it in her bag and just. I don't think they're here. There are multiple children, by the way. They are stuck in a like thorns, like a little briar patch. We have a like a garden place in this town, right? I don't really do much sightseeing around here anymore.
Do we know if there's like an arboretum or botanical gardens in Brindlewood?
Yes, in fact, there is the Brindlewood Conservatory and Botanical Gardens.
I think Bryn would definitely know that. They seem like
Bryn knows
something.
Brindlewood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here's just a really brief aside. I've been thinking about this more and more and more because obviously we came up independently of the name of Brindlewood and my character's name at the same time. But I think that Bryn's parents named her after Brindlewood.
Cute. I like it.
I mean, they've been in this like generationally in this town for a long time. Like, not necessarily the parents, but the family has. So, I actually think she was named after Brindlewood.
I may change my headcanon spelling of Brindlewood just for that.
They could be those people who are like, oh, but we've got to spell it differently or it's weird. Like,
that's
so,
true.
you know. But I think Bryn will pop up and be like, oh, yeah, actually, there's botanical gardens. They're really pretty. But yeah, maybe that's what we're looking for.
Well, the hedges were inside in my vision too, so.
I was gonna say, she'll pull the compact back out because I meant to show it to Cyrena, and be like, does that look like that the hedges indoors sort of in your vision?
I assume so.
Oh, it sure does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cyrena will confirm. No.
All right, sir. Well, I think that we know where your Jennifer and several other children are. Getting them back is we will do our best, but I don't think that you should join us for this part.
Oh, should I call the police or?
No.
They probably won't be able to help.
Or, I don't think that they'd believe you.
No, probably not. But what you could do is, well, what we could do is maybe once we get back a safe distance away from everything, we can make an anonymous call and say that there may or may not be a bunch of missing kids at that location. Simply because I don't know about you, but I've had some very bad experiences with law enforcement, and I really don't think that it's necessary to bring them into things.
You say to a suburban man. That was CJ, not Bryn.
Oh no! Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll do our best. And you were right. It's weird. And we better get going.
Oh, okay. So, should I be worried about the gnome or?
No.
Okay.
Unless it comes back.
Yeah, if it comes back, or if you see it hanging around any other children in the neighborhood, give us a call.
Or hit it with
We
the golf
exchanged numbers earlier, right?
Yeah.
What did Bryn say?
She said, or hit it with a golf club.
That too.
Yeah, I will. I am a law-abiding gun owner. I'll deal with the gnome if it comes back, I guess.
Okay, great.
Words I didn't think I'd ever say in my life, but
nope. Us either. We're gonna go try and get Jennifer now. Hi.
Okay.
Yeah. Not really knowing how to exit this conversation, Bryn says bye and starts walking toward the car.
Yep.
Okay.
Serena will follow.
So, yeah, you can all get in the car. Do you proceed immediately to the conservatory and botanical gardens?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything we need to like stock up on from the store or anything like that. What do you guys think?
No.
No. Okay.
Nah.
Snacks or
Yeah, we stop by the 7-Eleven. We get
Yeah.
some Slurpees. Kids can wait.
And
No.
some little Japanese snacks that they have now.
Yeah. Give me
Yeah.
some onigiri.
No, we
So-
go straight there.
Anyway. Yeah, no, we go straight there. There are children's well-being on the line potentially, so there is children. Anyway, we go to the conservatory. I feel like Bryn has like a membership, so it's probably like, these are my guests. We're gonna go look at flowers.
Yeah, we get the like locals discount or whatever.
Yeah.
I get the senior discount.
Senior.
discount.
So, yeah, pretty standard botanical gardens. They have a walking trail that goes through various plants, different things from different parts of the world. There's also one of the standard kind of gift shops that has different things in it. If you were chose to go there, and then particularly right now though, they do have an exhibit on European hedges.
Okay,
Suspicious.
we go there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
And
that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was just gonna say I think
No.
that when they go into the hedges, Bryn is probably going to roll sensitive, just to get in. And basically, this isn't something that she's really done before. Because basically I used this as a path to get to another step that I wanted. But I think when she steps in, she's just kind of trying to like literally feel out vibes. She's just like
Vibe check.
she's doing a vibe check on the hedges. So I'm gonna roll my sensitive plus weird. Okay. 8. So on a 7 to 9, you gain a hazy impression about something important.
Oh yeah, the vibe here is real bad.
That's bad.
Vibes are rancid.
The impression you get, kind of for a lack of a better word to describe it, is almost like an upside down. Like that, what you're seeing is like the top half of this, but if you were underneath it, it would be much darker, reversed, and ugly.
I think Bryn kind of turns to the other two and she's, you both feel that, right? There's something very not right in here. Like this is sort of like a mirror, but something's on the other side of it.
Mm-hmm. Like it's a veil, sort of.
Or like a pond, but we're only seeing the surface. This is bad. So I know that in many botanical gardens there are like partitions, right? Is there a door that Bryn can close so that they don't have people walking through here?
Not
Maybe like a construction sign.
Right, like a little cone somewhere, or like one of
Yeah,
those ribbons you drag across and like hook in.
that you could do. Yeah, there is definitely that because it's kind of partitioned in that way. But otherwise, it is pretty well an open garden.
Yeah, she
Like it's set up to
absolutely-
be open for people to kind of walk through and explore.
Yeah, she absolutely, like, the little, whatever little doorway they walked through to get into the, like, hedge area, she turns around and just grabs the, like, cue ribbon and just hooks it across the door. And I mean, people can totally duck past it, but she's hoping that they'll think the exhibit's closed and, like, press on.
I would, while Bryn is doing that, I would like to use my my sight as well to I can see the invisible, especially spirits and magical influences. And I can communicate with and even make deals with spirits I see, and they give me more opportunities to spot clues when investigating. So I'd like to just see if there's any like visible influences or things floating about in this area, since it seems like it's magically dense here. So I'm just trying to figure shit out.
Okay. You're not rolling for that or anything, right? It's just sight, I believe.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that I see the stuff.
Yeah, everything here is so fucking magical.
Okay. Yeah,
like
Cyrena,
the hedges themselves are like literally like almost leaking magic. You can kind of see in the center of all this is one of these little like gazebos, but when you look at the gazebo, you don't see a gazebo. You see a series of standing stones.
Standing
With a
stone?
standing stones, like a Stonehenge.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the Fae! That was
And-
CJ, not Bryn.
Yeah. And I was just going to say that there is definitely
Yeah.
a circle of mushrooms in the middle of those standing stones as well.
So,
Yep, sounds about right.
Keeper, would you say this is then an unnatural phenomenon?
No, it's totally natural for the Fae. What are you talking about?
Natural, unnatural, weird phenomenon.
You're
or
an
person?
unnatural. You're an unnatural
Yeah, your
phenomenon.
I know,
mom's
it's true,
unnatural.
Very, very
Um,
astute.
Yeah, it's unnatural for.
The reason
is
I'm
totally.
just asking is so I can get a +1 forward to dealing with it because I have Aqua's broadsword. So
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This is not supposed to be here.
cool.
Sick. Cool. So Cyrena is just going to look around and say, "This place is dripping magic. It is so strong." And there, and she points to the gazebo, is I think that's our ticket.
Okay, let's
That
go.
circle.
I-
This. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that this is Perry's circle. So just keep in mind that this is what we're walking into. But with
Don't
that,
make deals. Don't give your name.
all right, might as well. Shall we?
keep your head.
Bryn's gonna
and-
hold out her hands to both of them, like in
Oh.
a don't get separated kind of way.
Mhm.
Pearl will take it. Take
Alright.
your hand.
Yep.
Let's go.
Sorry, as a small side note before we continue, I just realized that it's the three witches who are on this trip together,
Oh yeah,
and that
it's a
makes
witches
me
episode.
so happy. I love it.
It's a coven
It's the
episode.
bloodlines. Yeah,
Cute.
I love it. This is actually Charmed.
Yeah, sorry, we've hijacked this to just make Charmed now. So I guess we scoot into, we
go.
step into the gazebo together?
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, as you approach the gazebo, though,
Ooh.
you hear the sounds of some hedge clippers.
Is there someone in here? Like an actual person?
Yeah, you kind of see some movement from the hedges. And what appears to be maybe the hedges themselves moving. But in a very like dreamy way. And yeah, out from behind one of the hedges in your path steps a very tall woman. And she appears to be
My one weakness.
Yeah. She appears, I mean, I would say that she appears to be about 6'7", almost 7 feet tall,
Well,
with very, very long limbs. And if you weren't looking closely, it would be all right. But the closer you look, it's like her eyes are a little too big. Her fingers are like way too long. Her arms and legs are way too long. It's just, this doesn't feel right.
and it's definitely not Fran.
No, it's not Fran.
Let's go inside.
Now, excuse me.
No. I'm sorry. Ian, you can go ahead if you want to.
I mean,
No.
that's what you say.
Okay, yeah. So Cyrena says no, and she starts walking forward with the two. You guys can, like, I don't want to pull you in if you don't want to. You can totally,
No,
like,
No,
hold
Brent's
firm, but Cyrena will just look over and go, no, and walk in.
Who's in the middle?
probably Bryn, huh? Because Bryn went
Yeah.
like and grabbed each of their hands. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say that Pearl and Cyrena, who are on the edges, those hedges weren't touching you before, but now they are.
They feel like they're closing in.
Now, hold on. There's no need to be rude.
I feel like you have been rude.
We're just here to enjoy the scenery, and we would like to see this lovely gazebo if you'd let us by. And I'm going to use manipulate someone.
Okay.
That is a... Where's the page? Charm roll. Okay.
I think it's charm. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I was trying to think if it's charm or cool.
It's charm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I got...
There's some arguments that could be made with cool, though, too, in some cases.
True.
Acting under
I'm
pressure.
pretty open to that. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a 7. And so that's on a 7 to 9. They'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. If you asked too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, it would take for them to do it. And so I'm just, manipulating her to let us through.
So what do you say?
We're just here to see the scenery, and we would love to see this lovely gazebo. We've heard nothing but good things about this exhibit, and so that's why we're here. So if you would just scoot on by, let us through.
Well, I'm sure we could come to some kind of a deal.
It depends on the circumstances, I think.
Well, I haven't had your names.
My name is Peggy Sue.
We haven't had yours.
Yeah, it's not polite to ask for someone's name without giving yours in return.
Oh, well, I'm just Miss Faye Winters. I'm the curator of this exhibit here.
Oh. Special exhibit.
Now, I think we were
Well-
talking about a deal, though.
Pearl does say like, oh, well, nice to meet you. My name is Miss Peggy Sue.
And she definitely kind of like says the name, and her tongue does some really weird stuff that looks fairly inhuman. And then it's like, doesn't really roll off the tongue, but I if that's how you ought to be playing.
Considering the site right now, is she just like absolutely fucking neon with magic?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yep. Figured as much. Um,
I have something in mind. I don't know if I should tell you now or wait.
Tell me?
Yeah,
Or
or like wait to see how the role play with her goes.
well, this
What's this deal that you think that you'd like to make?
typically, if you offer to come into someone's home, why, you would offer them some sort of housewarming gift.
Oh, you live in the
Interesting.
gazebo? Sorry, we all
I
spoke
don't know
at the
if you
same
heard
time, but Bryn said, "Oh, you live in the gazebo?"
yeah. And Cyrena said, "It's your home?"
Well, I'm at home in my exhibit, of course. The hedges
Well,
get
we did
a
pay
little
entrance
closer.
fees. We did pay entrance fees, so I do believe that allows us to be in this exhibit.
Yes, you did. And then you closed the exhibit. How strange.
Just because the ribbon's there doesn't mean it's closed.
I just wanted a private viewing. I'm a member.
My patience grows as thin as a brittle autumn leaf.
So when are you going to stop pretending that you're actually a person and reveal who you are?
I don't think any of us wants that.
You don't have to. However, I am a little bit versed in dealings like this, and technicalities do say that my money is good here, and so that is what I get. I get entrance into this exhibit in exchange
It is
for
contractual.
money. I sign it. I signed something and everything. I mean, I don't know if you have attorneys in your world or anything, but you might want to like go over some loopholes because there are quite a few in this area.
There is a bit of an eye twitch. The hedges pull back a little bit.
I mean, look, we're obviously willing to speak with you, at least. She just gave you that for free.
It's true. And
You all have a good time.
Oh, we
We
shall.
will.
Please don't disturb the vegetation or the flowers, lest you become a lawn ornament.
We'll do our best. Just want to make sure we all get out in one piece.
And she
Will you
she
be
kind of
joining us?
she smiles a way too wide grin that has a number of teeth that a human being should not have, and kind of backs away.
Great. Love that. Thanks.
Well, let's go have a look at that gazebo, shall we? Such a lovely exhibit.
Let's go.
Cyrena leans in close to Pearl and just says, "We should kill her."
Pearl just pulls her forward, like ahead without saying anything.
And
Towards
without
the
saying
gazebo.
anything specific, Bryn kind of mutters to them while they're walking. I feel like this visit might be a two-step process, and the first step might be the most important one. Shall we?
I don't know what you're talking about, but sure.
That's okay. I was just hoping at least Pearl did. Shall we?
Yes, we shall.
You're going to be incredibly useful in this. Don't worry. We all will, I think. The gazebo then. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
And she'll kind of tug them gently toward the gazebo. When we
You-
step into the gazebo, what happens?
Yes, as you get closer to the gazebo, the scene around you goes from a lot more greenery to something much more autumn-like. Just almost before your eyes. And the gazebo starts to destroy my voice. Hold on. The gazebo starts to kind of like, it's almost like wither a little bit, and the paint is chipping from it now. And it wasn't like that 30 seconds ago. But as you get closer to it, you definitely you see that. And you definitely hear the sounds of what could be children humming some kind of song. Almost off in the distance, though, like very faint. That's what you see as you approach the gazebo. Do you continue to approach?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you continue to approach, it rapidly becomes winter.
Oh.
There is actively snow falling on you now. And you can see, though, in the middle of the gazebo now that is collapsing on itself, you can see the circle of mushrooms. And now the voices are much more distinct, and it's just it's humming the last sort of bit of Ring Around the Rosie.
Ah,
We all fall
God
down
damn
part.
it, Ian. It's always the creepiest stuff. Good job. Thanks, I hate it.
I hope we can
Going.
fix this, Bryn says. Bryn's like being really careful about what she says right now.
I think that's probably safe. We walk ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, you're as close to the gazebo as you can get without actually stepping into that circle.
I think we
One
do,
with the circle.
right?
Yeah. Circle time.
Yeah, we have to, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Either that or we're just gonna be sorting through some hedges for a while. I
Yeah.
think we step in.
All right. And how do you step in? Just give me everything you do.
Sanderson's sister,
Before that,
But you're here to save the children, not devour them.
Yeah, you
I'm
thought.
gonna be a bitch, and I'm going to use my powers for good, and
What a bitch
use
thing to
magic.
do.
That's not.
Yeah, I know.
What a terrible bitch.
Seriously, yeah, I'm gonna use my powers for good. What an absolute bitch. I am going to use magic to bar the portal from that bitch.
Oh.
The Faye Winters or whatever she said her name was.
Can we use big magic to do this?
I should. Well,
It's something you can attempt to do.
Well, it's one of her things.
yeah, it is. Yeah, that's
Oh,
one
you
of my
can
big.
bar portals, yeah.
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 Shit, yes.
Okay. Do you do it from outside the portal or do you do it from inside?
Outside.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Do your thing.
I don't like questions like that.
You shouldn't. They're meant to
specific.
They're meant to frighten you.
Okay.
Um,
So what's that? I'm gonna get 4 because I get a +1 from that. And then okay. So 12 total.
okay.
Because in addition to what I rolled, I get that +1 forward, and then the +1 from the spell slinger thing.
Okay. So, yeah, a weird thing happens, like where it looks like the mushrooms kind of like change shape and color, and as far as you're aware, the portal is barred. And in this course, in that same moment, when you do that, you see coming from this wintry landscape that wasn't here before something that looks very like branch-like,
Run.
like
Jump
almost like a tree
I'm hopping in.
making horrifying screeching noises at you that is
I think
rapidly closing ground.
Yeah,
jump
no.
in the portal.
The
Yeah.
second I finish, yeah, we're fucking going in.
Yep.
All right, so you go into the portal.
Mhm.
The feeling is a bit like just flipping upside down.
Oh.
And you are in a very similar landscape, except this one is filled with thorns and branches. It is very dark,
Bryn
but there is sort of an ethereal glow that allows you to see.
says, you barred Faye Winters. You barred her from entry, didn't you?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't think it was a good idea to let her come here.
No, I think it was great. And I think I've got a plan for when we get back on how to assure everyone's safety. So, we'll worry about that when we find the kids. Let's go.
All right.
Maybe there's a back door.
Maybe. And so, when we're in this other world, can we step out of the portal into this kind of low lit from this? Because, yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's thick with these thorny branches, and you would definitely have to kind of like duck down to get through some spaces, but there's clear paths.
Yeah.
Um,
Can we
Is
hear
it-
the kids or anything?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
yeah, if you listen for them, you think you might be able to hear them.
Is it like more faint than it was outside of the ring?
It's faint, but it's not the same kind of faint. It's faint
Okay.
more of like a distance thing than like a maybe these children are in another dimension thing.
Are we able to follow it?
Yeah.
Can I investigate a mystery or act under pressure to try and follow this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to follow it.
Do you want me to roll for anything?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So. I'll investigate a mystery. I think that seems reasonable in this situation. Oh. 13.
Nice.
Okay, well, the kids are that away. I'd say normally the cost would be it'd be difficult to get through all this mess without getting stuck in the very real sense of a thorn getting you.
Ouch.
But
So,
you're able to kind of like avoid that by kind of like ducking down and like, you know, since you made the roll, you can kind of be like, well, follow me. stay exactly in my steps. And
I imagine maybe Bryn borrowed one of Asuma's hatchets that she has.
Potentially, but also I was gonna say flavor-wise, actually, I pre-developed but never got the chance to share that. Bryn's actually a little bit like outdoorsy. Loves
Ooh.
hikes and things like that when she's up to it. So she's like in her element, I think. She's like, okay, the kids are that way, let's go. And just starts like moving branches aside and like ducking under things. Just goes.
I love that.
yeah,
A little Scouts of America.
and it is dangerous. If you had not like rolled a little higher, these branches do still move on their own.
Oh boy.
I think there's
but
at least
you're
one
able to kinda-
situation where one starts moving and Bryn goes, and then just keeps walking.
But everyone
God.
who's been outside knows that thorn bushes move on their own. They
do.
always do.
Yep, they always do that.
Fuck those
Stinging
guys.
nettles.
So, following the voices of the children, you kind of get back to, if it weren't so evil, you'd call it like a glade. But in this case, it's definitely, it's like a little clearing where there is some more kind of like mushrooms scattered around the middle, and around these mushrooms are what you can see to be 6 children wrapped up in vines. Some of the vines having thorns, and sort of a green glowing mist coming from the children into the mushrooms.
Is it possible to like try to identify what the fuck that is?
You could try.
Investigate a mystery.
You are magic people.
Yeah.
Really
Is it
quick,
possible
out
that
of
I could?
character.
Oh.
I'm just gonna pop out for like literally a minute. So let me know what you find out. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I would love to try to use magic in order to try to figure out what it is. Just kind of like from the what does it feel like this does, kind of the vibe check of like what are the effects that I'm feeling from this. Like what transference, what have you, is happening.
So you essentially like it's a little bit less of like investigate a mystery than more it's like trying to cast a spell to figure out what it's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like practically trying to cast like detect magic or like identify. I'm trying to figure out the school of magic, if you will.
All right.
And that is okay, yeah, that's right. Nice. 11.
11. It's stealing some. It seems like the mist is taking some kind of essence out of these children.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, Cyrena will just say to the others, I think the mushrooms are doing something to the kids.
Okay, so we need to either free them from it, or we need to do something to the mushrooms. I feel like Bryn is like going through the catalog in her head, trying to be like, do I have anything? Do I have anything I can do? Sort of thing. I can definitely hurt the mushrooms, but Faye said not to, and that doesn't mean that I shouldn't, but I feel like the less we make her angry, the better. But the kids are more important than anything else.
I think if hurting the mushrooms gets the kids out safely, that I mean we might just have to. I think taking the kids away safely might anger her over anything else.
Right. Let's
Well,
test one mushroom just to make sure it doesn't hurt the kids.
Does anyone want to do any more investigations or?
Well,
Is there
Yeah.
is there any sort of altar space or anything like that? Any space that it seems like is a workspace that she has?
No.
Okay. It's just this area and the kids and the mushrooms.
Yeah, it's all altered space, man. We're on mushrooms.
Figuring out like testing one of the mushrooms could be investigate a mystery if that's how you want us to roll that.
Yeah. So when you say test the mushrooms, what are you doing exactly?
Maybe like
Eating them,
hit
obviously.
one of them, or like I think Bryn can do some stuff, but doesn't want to do anything too drastic until they're sure that this connection doesn't go both ways. Is the issue here? So like maybe kick one or something, hit it with a stick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would that be investigative mystery maybe?
Let's do
Hitting
it
it
as,
with a stick.
let's do that as investigative mystery. Yeah, I think. I mean, I guess it's not really kick ass to beat up a mushroom.
No.
Take that mushroom's ass.
Unless the mushroom fights back.
Yeah.
I think Bryn
Right.
will legitimately hit it with a stick. Shall I roll investigative mystery? Okay. 11.
Investigate that mystery.
11. Okay.
And so basically, this is science. Like, just smack the mushroom and then watch the mushrooms and the kids and see what happens.
Okay. So here's what happens: is
You're testing a hypothesis. This is scientific theory. Yeah.
you give the mushroom a kick or a whack with something.
I make sure,
And-
like, I don't touch it is the main thing. Nothing.
Yeah. You don't actually touch it.
Should we cover our mouths and airways too? In case spores.
Oops! Last of Us.
Suddenly zombies.
I accidentally a
Suddenly
zombie.
So yeah, when you give it a little poke, it's like that mist that's coming from one of the children stops. It starts coming from you.
This is kind of weird.
And then it kind of goes back to the child again.
So, do we think if I destroy... I've got an idea. It might be a terrible one. I could, if you think this is a good idea, saying to Cyrena and Pearl.
But before you say all that, your nails have grown and your hair has grown.
Great. I could maybe destroy all of them at once, and then maybe you two could do some magic to get it off of me? Do you think that's a bad idea?
I can heal anything, that ails you the moment you do that, and also, kick the mushroom's ass if need be.
And it's also
Wait,
possible
okay.
that the reason that it did that was because I didn't actually destroy it, I just kind of kicked it a little. I just don't want to hurt the kids.
That is very fair.
So
I think we should try it.
Cyrena, are you okay?
sorry, out of character. You kicked it.
It
You
transferred
started
to
going,
me.
and then after a while, it went back to the kid.
Because of touch, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Probably. Are these kids all touching these mushrooms, or are they just near them?
They're like
They're
inside
near
it,
them.
right?
Okay.
Well, they're like there's a circle of these kids wrapped up in vines, mushrooms kind of around, and each of the mushrooms is drawing something from the children.
Okay.
So they're not like they're close to the mushrooms. They are not touching them.
Okay. Yeah, I think we try and destroy these mushrooms, huh?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think that's a good idea.
Great. I do have something that Bryn will try to do, if that's okay.
Yep.
So basically, Bryn kind of takes a minute to kind of center herself a bit. She's like, okay, great, give it a try. Upset about all of these children. Let's tap into that. And I'm going to roll telekinesis. I'm trying to set the mushrooms on fire.
And I am going to bolster that with, I'm going to jinx Bryn. That's right. I just rolled for jinx, and then I get. Okay, jinx is not a bad thing, by the way. Ooh, nice.
I was gonna say like,
Yeah.
no, you don't get to look cool.
I rolled a 15.
Jesus.
It was a 6 and a 5, and then I get a +1, and then I have a +3. So.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whatever you want to happen happens. I guess. Like, I think it
So-
just gives Bryn a bonus, right? Or
Well, okay, so with Jinx, it's that I jinx a target and then I roll plus weird. On a 10 plus, I hold 2. Blah 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 blah. So I hold 2, which it's lame that I can't hold any more than that. But whatever. I am going to do the help a hunter, giving them a +1 forward by interfering with the enemy. And what I'm going to do is Cyrena is just going to start sort of like, I think Serena is going to try to help amplify Bryn's power
okay.
in that way, because I'm going to say that helping my friend hurt the enemy is a way of interfering with the enemy.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm going to go
Monster of the
ahead
week guidance. Love it.
I'm going to do that, and then I'm also going to use the... Do all of the mushrooms count as one target, or are each of the mushrooms? Just question.
Yes. I think that they would all count as one target. I mean, they're not really that big.
Okay, because I was going to say... Oh, shit. Nope, that's right. It's just a target that I jinx, so anything that I do has to be centered on Bryn.
Okay.
Never
And
mind.
then Pearl.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something.
Yeah. So as they gear up to do that, can I
You
use?
can.
I guess to protect someone.
Okay.
I want to like kind of put a little bubble of safety around the kids.
Okay.
To do that.
So since I think use your use weird for that, because I think you'd have to do that magically.
Yeah. Okay. And so then that is a 10, which means on a 10 plus, choose an extra. You suffer little harm. All impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy. You hold the enemy back. Do I have to choose now, or can I wait to see what the outcome is?
We'll see what the outcome is, because it's potentially there may not be harm. So
Okay.
Excellent. So that's a +1 from Cyrena, right?
Mhm.
And
Yep.
then I have +1 because of Occam's broadsword, and then my +2 weird. So let's see how we go with
And a-
+4.
and then a protection charm on the children.
So that I don't have to worry about killing the children
So
while I
you
do this. Great.
Sorry for that whole backfire.
I am not joking.
Just
That 2 6s.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
That's 16? That's a 16.
Jeez.
So basically, like, feeling this sort of burst, like, boost of energy from Serena, and feeling like, instead of, like, pushing it away, kind of tapping into, like, this creeping panic of, like, there are children here, and there are things feeding off of children. Like, Bryn just, like, closes her eyes and just does this, and I think fire kind of erupts in this circle of mushrooms, just on the mushrooms, just like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. The big thing is not to get the success with a consequence on that one, because the
Yeah.
consequence would be the children are now on fire.
Yeah, I mean, I was willing to take that chance. Now, Bryn, I think, just didn't think about it, but
Well,
But Pearl's there to help you in case.
well, and
trust
then yeah,
her.
and Pearl could have taken it to now Pearl is on fire with that spell. So I mean, either way, it would have been
But it
comical.
didn't.
But we saved them, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. So
Also, it's a 10 or more. I get to choose 2 options, and I mark a harm to, or I guess I'm gonna say so. It's I mark a harm and I choose 2 options, right? And the one I chose, obviously, it's on fire, which weirdly doesn't cause any additional harm. Strange. So I'm also gonna choose something is hurt, which is a 2 harm smash. So I'm going to hurt the mushrooms for a total of 3 harm and set them on fire.
okay.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the reason those effects don't do additional harm is because sometimes those effects are the only reason you can do harm.
Makes sense.
Like if you're like the ice monster and you're just shooting it with bullets, like extra harm on the bullets is not doing anything because it's not doing anything to the monster at all. But
That makes sense. Yeah.
if they're magic fire bullets, so anyway, yeah, that's enough to probably ignite the glade. Normally this probably wouldn't do much, but this is magic fire, and these are magic plants. So you successfully ignite the mushrooms, and they go up in flames.
After a
How are the
second,
kids?
yeah. After a second, Bryn like opens her eyes, still trying to concentrate on making sure everything's down to ash, and is like, "Okay, are the kids okay? Did we do it?"
The kids do not appear to have any essence leaking from them anymore.
Pearl will when the fire is no longer a safety concern, she'll like release the protection energy.
Now we've just got to get
And
them out of the
check on
vines.
it. I have a knife on me. I can start cutting them out. Unless we
me
want to
too.
just do magic.
I have a
Unless we
flash.
want to do it the boring way.
And you know, I am going to oh, beautiful. Okay. If possible, I would love to use magic to do one thing that is beyond human limitation. And I would like to.
You normally haven't been, though,
What?
doing anything beyond human limitation. Like everything this day has been so normal.
We're very
Yeah,
normal.
definitely. Very, very normal. This is the only weird thing that I will do the entire day. I am going to try to like break through all of the vines, like just in a good, clean, like slash, like a quick weed eating moment.
Very cool.
Just to try to get all of them out.
And you're rolling for that?
I can, if you want
Okay.
me to.
Yeah, I want you to.
Because you don't want me to kill the children?
You might.
Luckily, we've got Pearl.
I have, in a different game, I have done that before.
I'll heal the chillins if we need them.
While you definitely cannot hear my partner, in the other room he just said a couple times. Which
Look,
is
we've
true.
all accidentally murdered children in a TTRPG
Oh.
and been traumatized about it for the rest of our lives and never forgiven the GM. It's okay. We've all been.
No,
through
I
that.
will say, for most of the times, it has been on It's been intentional.
Okay.
All right.
Well, but there have been circumstances. Anyway, it's not important.
Well, thank you.
Uh,
Thank you. I hope you've all enjoyed the Beloved Nerds. This is now our last stream.
Oh my God.
Mine was not
Fine,
intentional,
okay.
and I was angry for roughly 10 years.
Okay, cool.
It became a new veil.
So I rolled a 12, which is an advanced one. So on a 12 and more, the keeper will offer you some added benefit. So I'm doing that, and I've done it so well that something extra special happens.
Okay. Well, the added benefit is that you
Perhaps.
don't harm the children.
Oh, good.
Because these are thorn vines they're in. So, yeah. I think that works.
Works for me. I
Wouldn't
mean,
be
as
so
long
hard.
as
It wouldn't
you
be
know-
so hard if you were just cutting them normally with scissors or a knife. But if you're, since you wanted to show off a little bit,
Yeah. I'm trying to flex.
trying
It's
to
a new
flex. So
season.
you need to flex a little bit, like yeah.
Yeah,
But so
and last season I barely used any of my magic, so this time I'm like, hey.
True. You just had a lot of visions.
so now that the vines kind of break, 6 very old looking children fall to the ground.
Hey, Pearl?
Can I do big magic and reverse the aging? Like the
Well,
do mushrooms have roots? I can't remember.
a mycelial network, yes.
Yes,
Sometimes.
that's it. Can I use big magic to siphon their youthful energy that was taken from them in the mycelial network of the remnants of the burnt mushrooms and transfer it to the children?
Yes, you could try to do that.
I'm gonna try my hardest.
And we can just attempt to help, right?
Yes,
Okay, yes, I would like to help.
y'all are
Witch
kind of
magic!
a coven.
Yeah, coven magic
True.
time!
I'm sure there's something Bryn can do to, like, boost. Let's have a look.
Season 1 was Buffy. Season 2 is Charmed.
Yep.
Yep. My god.
Well, Buffy's
It's
on a book
actually
tour,
so
okay? So,
Season 3 is Xena the Warrior Princess.
this is the Willow
Oh,
spin-off.
hell yes.
Fuck yes.
Do I get to be with Muscle Mommy?
No, we're already
think
well.
so,
We're
too.
already well past that level of gay. So
Oh, that's actually true, so that's fine.
Okay, so you need a lot of people. I guess could be one. So there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
We are all gonna channel that energy.
Coven.
Can I?
Then it just says if you meet the requirements, then the magic takes effects. So I mean, the keeper may require what he wishes.
Actually, I'm gonna say what I was gonna do.
yeah, I just think that it's going to take all of your power to do it. Is a lot of it here.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Should we use roll to use magic?
I don't know. Like I was just going to
I
say
mean,
that like
but you
have to work
specified
together.
the keeper. Yeah, so
you
we're
have
gonna.
to work. You have to
Does
work
that mean
together
that
to
there's
do
a
it.
consequence that we like
Okay.
are so it's just that we have to work together, not that like it drains us and we can't leave.
Well, I mean,
So
so
You
what I'm
gotta-
getting at is that okay, so in a way you've already suffered some of the consequences of this already. Bryn has actually aged.
a little bit, right?
So one of the consequences could be that if you don't pull this off, like yeah, you're gonna be putting some of your own life force back into these kids.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Probably not a big deal for Bryn. Probably not a big deal for Cyrena. Probably a big deal for Pearl.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right. So my first thought is to.
But like you can work
there's
together
three of us.
on it and set up to make it so that the ritual goes
Yeah.
off.
Hold on.
So
Wait. Sorry. What if I removed my bar from that portal and we let her come through, and then when she does, we pull all of what's probably going to her back into the kids?
we don't know if it's going into her.
That's risky.
And
I mean,
also,
if this is her home,
I was going to use.
she's probably using them to stay young or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna let you all talk this one out.
I was going to use that.
we can't hear you, CJ.
Oh.
TJ's muted.
Oh, sorry, folks. I am. I double muted myself so I could type, cause. I was going to use that bar that you put on the portal as a bargaining chip when we got out.
Oh,
But I like your idea. I'm just not sure. I think it's risky. It could go really wrong.
I mean, I suppose we do need to probably defeat her, or else she'll probably just do this again. Anyway, I just don't know if letting her in here with the kids is the best idea. Maybe we get the kids out first. Because if we defeat her in her world and here, who's to say we can get out?
Right. Look, I think I can give this a pretty big boost if you two want to try to use magic. I still feel like I don't know how to
Okay.
describe it.
Channel that. We'll use that. Let's meet in the middle, me and you, Cyrena. We get the kids out of the portal first, and then we take her head on.
so
We try to use her or defeat her, use her, drain her life force, and transfer it back into the kids.
We could bargain with her. We could let her come back. We could take the kids out of the portal and let her come back home if she gives that energy to the kids.
True, and then you could bar her in here.
that's not a bad idea.
I'll save this energy I have for dealing with her then. I mean, literally dealing.
So how do we make sure that she doesn't just spirit the kids away once we get them out of the portal?
You write that into the deal.
Sure.
Shall we give it a try? I wouldn't step out of the portal when we get to the other end of it. Right now, that's the only thing keeping her from us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we keep us and the kids inside the portal.
How many kids are there, Ian?
6.
Okay. Do you think
Can we all fit?
are they small
Can we
enough
all
that we
fit?
can like carry them? Okay.
Yeah, or you can kind of keep them close to you. There'd be no problem with that.
Okay. Oh, are any of them like awake and walking?
Yeah, they're sleepy,
Okay, we can kind of guide them into the portal. Okay.
but you can get them to walk.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
we'll do that.
I've got an idea. I've got an idea of how to go about this, but any help you both can give me, I'd appreciate. Let's
Absolutely, we are a team.
go. Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Can we take the kids and step into the portal?
So you're taking the kids back to the portal and stepping into it. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. And when you do that, you will flip back up to the wintry landscape.
Bryn's gonna
Where-
We're
call
holding
out.
kids. Good.
Sorry.
Well, and I say, like, what you see is this sort of like what looks to be an old dying tree in the shape of a woman just smashing at the portal, making like horrendous, like sounds.
Is that you, Miss
Oh,
Winters?
Open the gate.
I thought it'd be great if we made a deal, actually. Let me put the terms down. You go home. We'll open this portal, and you will go home without us, without the children. You'll give the life force back to the kids that you stole it from, and you will leave our realm in perpetuity. But you can go home, and you can walk away from this. What do you say?
Give me one child.
No.
They are not remembered.
That doesn't matter.
Oh, they are. There's a father looking for his little girl right now, and that is why we are here. These kids are remembered.
There's sort of a weird smile that crosses the branchy face. And it just says, like, you have me in a position and I will make this deal.
Okay.
I don't like. Is there a way to do like a fucking insight check of sorts in this game?
I plan
Because
to do act under pressure to, like, make sure that we're doing this the right way, sort of thing, was kind of the thought. Make sure
Yeah.
that, like,
I just-
Bryn's thought of everything and kept her cool, kind of thing.
I don't like the weird smile.
So Bryn is going to restate her terms and say, okay, the deal is you give the energy you stole back to these children. You let them come back into this realm without any interference. You let us come back into this realm without any interference. And you leave our realm for perpetuity. But you do get to safely return to your home. We will remove the bar from the portal. Is this understood? And I will roll if
Very
you'd like
well.
me to. Yeah, like I'll go ahead and I can roll to see, like, I can roll under
No.
pressure if you want. No? Okay.
You don't have to do that because it's you've got it over a barrel actually here. So yeah, it kind of says another 500 years it is then.
Where's the gnome?
I don't know anything about gnomes. Do we have a deal or not?
I have two questions, but they are not, your answering them are not contingent on the deal. They're just for me. You don't have to answer them, and it will not affect the deal. The first question. Do you know how much time you took away from me?
Kind of looks you over. 6 months.
She nods and she says, that's fine. And my other question. these children. Only the most recent one is from this generation, right?
I've been at this a long time.
Okay. Remember, if you agree to this deal, you can't come back to our realm. Do you agree?
I cannot break a contract.
Do you agree?
I agree.
If you send anyone else in your stead, we'll find them. And if we don't, our children will. Okay. And Bryn will stick her hand through the, ward to shake this thing's hand.
Yes, and you will be pierced by a thorny branch
That's fine.
that will seal the contract in blood.
Love that.
And
I mean,
but
Bryn also just made a promise that all of their ancestors will keep this motherfucker out of the...
yeah, so it is in agreement.
Okay.
Woo.
When they pull away, they'll say, "We're going to step out." And she's going to let you in, and kind of motions to Cyrena. And we'll be like, Pearl, kind of motion to Pearl to kind of get the kids out away from.
Pearl will shuffle the kids over, keep them close, and step a fair distance away.
Bryn will maybe offer Cyrena her hand, and for the two of them to step out together.
Yeah. Cyrena will take Bryn's hand and step out, just keeping a very wary eye on this individual.
Okay.
Faye Winters.
And do you drop the ward?
Not the power back, or the life back to the kids.
Well, once you are outside of the gate, you definitely see the power coming back to the kids, or transforming back into, instead of wrinkly old small children, old people, Benjamin Buttons, old Benjamin Buttons, they start to become regular children again.
Nice.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm going to wait until it seems like everything is back as it should be. And Cyrena will look to Faye and say, "I hope that I never see you again. And I hope that you remember exactly how it feels to do something like what you've done and to be caught and reprimanded for it. I hope you remember. And I hope you feel bad about it. Step in.
And I hope to push your bones out of your very grave."
Thank you, but you're not allowed in this realm anymore, so please step into the portal.
And it
Mind the gap.
It will crawl into the portal, and gradually the landscape will return to a conservatory with a kind of poorly maintained exhibit, and a gazebo with no mushrooms.
Okay. We've got to get Jennifer back. And we've got to take the rest of these kids to the shop and figure out who the heck they are. Because I feel like some of them are probably maybe from 100 years ago.
Yeah, probably maybe more.
Maybe more. All right. Come on, kids,
I
field trip.
guess it's time for us to tell Reagan that she needs to start looking into missing persons cases.
More interns.
No, too young. These are children.
These are
Bryn,
Yes.
babies.
Bryn's like, okay, hey, everyone, that means you kids too. Act natural. And then they're gonna try and walk out of the botanical gardens with a herd of children that they did not walk in with.
Yeah, it's a little unusual, but maybe you're just a school group. I don't know. And I
Yeah.
never established what time of year it is, so maybe
Nobody's paying that
that's
much
normal.
Before they
is
go,
normal.
Bryn is gonna be like, so obviously she made the deal. I don't think we're gonna have to worry, but Cyrena, do you want to put that bar back up just in case?
Okay, sorry, out of character really quick. You said that she could return home, but yes, yeah, I will do that.
Yeah.
Yes. I just wanted to make sure that that wouldn't be going back on the deal, but you didn't say anything about barring her. You just said that she couldn't come back here.
Yeah.
So
She
yeah.
said like you won't
Well,
be able to come back here. You can't come back here. So if we put an extra
we will
ward or
double
two,
tap this bitch.
yeah. It doesn't break the contract. I was very careful with my wording.
As you
Yeah.
must be with Faye.
And
And-
it's Faye. It may take a while to figure out a way around it. There may be a way around it, but you've bought probably a lot of time. You may have bought 500 years of time. So
But yeah, and Cyrena will specifically bar the portal from Faye. Like, not just her, Faye,
Nice.
in general.
okay.
And I mean, as a show of goodwill, Bryn let her keep the 6 months.
Yeah.
It wasn't completely unfair. So I think after Cyrena manages that, maybe they sort of usher these kids out into the car and drive Jennifer home.
Okay.
Pearl, do you want to take her up to the house?
Sure.
You seem
Come
like
on,
you're
darling.
better about this sort of thing. And kind of like eyes the like back seat full of children.
Yeah,
Warily.
Cyrena is like in between them, uncomfortably, like,
Oh, kids.
You were
Are we
always good with
crying
me.
about, like, where's my mom?
yeah,
Why are there cars?
Yeah.
What am I in right now? What is
What's a car?
happening?
when they're sneezing on me.
Oh.
They're not covering their mouths when they cough.
Have you
I
had your
have
vaccinations?
I have yellow fever.
But yeah, Bryn fully.
We usher in a plague again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's like when you
Uh.
find a bunch of feral cats and you have to like round them all up and take them into the vet to get like vaccinated. So yeah, no, Bryn lets Pearl take Jennifer home, like pulls into the driveway and just kind of idles there.
Yeah, so Pearl will take Jennifer up and knock on the door and hand her off to her dad.
All right. And he kind of just hugs his still very confused daughter. Most of these children haven't said anything yet, but they're able to talk. They're just still recovering from having their life force pulled out of them for years.
Yeah.
They'll be all right, I guess. And he hugs her and mouths kind of thank you at you.
She'll just give a little wave and yeah. Anytime you have any troubles with anything in the antique shop, you just come and let us know. Well, we will take care of it.
And yeah. Is there anything else we want to do?
I think as sort of like not so much a let's roleplay it out, but as a sort of side note, probably what happens here is they take these kids home. Bryn gets them, makes a little blanket fort for them in one of the bedrooms and gets them all set up, and they start doing, they probably all start doing research on who these missing kids were, and in a slightly
See if
more,
they give us any names.
in a slightly more
Yeah.
long term, Bryn realizes that she's gonna have to start making strategic alliances in town, and the first one that she's going to try to get someone on board is the foster care system.
So, I was gonna say, like, yeah, very quickly with the 5 remaining children, probably the first one, like when they give you your names and everything, it's pretty quickly with internet searches. One of them matches a missing child's report from 20 years ago.
Ooh.
Another one you're able to find on Wikipedia was a child that went missing in 1927, and the rest of them, good luck.
The 20
It's
years
kind of
ago one will also probably try to reunite them with their family, but that'll be
Yeah,
Mhm.
a challenge.
that's probably possible. At least they probably have living relatives.
Yeah, and we should probably do so with like the most discretion possible, like maybe all like technology or like even actually paper. Like they don't see our faces or they don't know our names. We're like, hey, it was this your child. This is really weird. They are the same age. Here you go, and then we leave, and they can figure out the rest.
I think it would be one of those situations where, other than who we are, we give them all the information, but whether or not they want to believe it or, that's...
Right.
Can you believe it?
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I think that this is sort of a, from a meta above the table perspective, this is sort of a step where Bryn and probably others are starting to realize that like they're not just solving missing molasses jars anymore, and
Yeah.
they're going to need to find the right people that they can trust in the right places.
yes,
That kind of thing. So Bryn definitely sets to work on that and is really good at researching, so should be all right.
I like it.
And there it is. We solved the missing child case.
okay. Well, I will kind of end this on one last scene, which is at the conservatory. Kind of zooming in a bit on the museum gift or the conservatory gift shop.
Oh, shit.
What?
No,
You know what's coming, don't you? You knew it. Yeah. So you kind of see it's a little later at night. The gift shop is closed, but it's like one of those things that because it's a bit of an outdoor gift shop because it has plants and stuff. But sitting among a bunch of purchasable lawn ornaments is a small gnome statue, and as the lights go out for the evening, the statue turns its head, looking one way to the next, and just kind of looks up and just goes, "Real shit," and then just runs off into the night.
Welp.
We fucked you over. Whoops.
So, yeah, I think without getting into our questions, that's probably 2 XP for everybody. I
Woo.
think.
Whoop,
I
whoop.
don't know if that levels anybody.
That
Yeah, I don't
me.
think anybody failed.
I leveled up. I didn't roll it, or I didn't fail
I
anything.
didn't fail. I rolled really well.
Same.
Yeah, you have to do things you're bad at to fail.
Well, I'm bad at plenty
Yeah.
of things. It's just that this was a very targeted episode for the three of us.
Yeah, that's true.
We were like,
I
yes.
did, however, I prevented the thing from happening, so I get an experience point for that. So I do
Ooh.
level up.
Oh yeah. So you may be close to new playbook.
I am. This is my 5th level up, so that's when I start to get extra
Advanced
powerful.
pursuits. I'm on.
So-
I think I'm on my 5th as well.
So that said, yeah, I think we'll wrap it up here for tonight. Thank you everybody for coming.
Woo! Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you guys so
And-
much.
We will see you all next time, which may be some time from now, because I think
I believe the
September is real nasty.
booked.
Yes, the
so-
next
Busy
one
month.
that we are planning, excluding anything, is either September 27th or October 11th. So see you around about then, folks.
Perfect spooky season.
Yay.
Oh, and I got to come up with something. But all right. Thank you much, and we'll see you all next time.